Welcome to Saucer Squad, the podcast about staying sober in the city, with your hosts, Kate Zander and Jes Valentine.
Hi, Kate.
Hi, Jes.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So, I was trying to come up with a theme or something, or just like an idea for this week's episode. And I was having some just brain farts,
Like one where we're not like quarantine catch-up episode 758.
Exactly.
Kate and Jes are still locked the fuck down.
I know. So I was like, what if we do like a getting to know you type, show?
I love that.
Yeah, because we had done one, not an episode, but we did an IGTV on our Instagram where we just like asked you questions, like each other questions, like, I don't know, what are your pets' names?
Sure.
Like literally just getting to know you. So I was like Googling like sober icebreaker questions and stuff like that. And I found a list of pretty decent questions from Smart Recovery.
Let's do it.
Smart Recovery is I don't know exactly what it is. I'm not going to lie, but it is a program that always would come up as like an AA alternative. However, it's like its own program. I've never done it, but I want to give them credit for these questions.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if anyone that listens does Smart Recovery program, but I'd be very curious about your experience. So if you do, either shoot us a DM or send us an email or just write in the comments about your experience in Smart Recovery if it's something that you think that other squad members would benefit from.
Yeah, definitely.
But basically, it's just kind of like a party game, but it's going to be a little deeper, a little
sober party
more
game,
recovery based. Yeah. Are you cool with that?
I'm down.
Okay.
I love answering questions about myself.
Do you want to start?
You go first.
Okay. Let's do, what are the top 3 reasons you choose not to use anymore?
I don't drink anymore because I'm pretty sure my husband was going to leave me eventually.
Okay.
I hated myself.
Okay.
And I just didn't feel proud of myself anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
I hated myself because I was stuck in a cycle, and I wasn't proud of myself because I was never able to go out and socially drink. So if I was around acquaintances or work friends, I always it felt like I embarrassed myself. No matter if I did or if I didn't, I just carried the shame of that around I felt like the lampshade, wearing the lampshade on the head drunk.
Yeah.
Like I felt like that all the time. And
I feel like shame was my answer too. I was just going to say shame like 3 times. Shame, shame, shame.
I was going to say money too, because now that now you know how much that you save, you're like, oh, wow, that was fucking dumb. But
yeah,
that was not my primary reason.
Also, I just feel like I lacked ambition. Like I'm so much more ambitious now. And it'd be weird to go back to that life. Like I feel like I've made such a better life for myself.
Totally.
That I couldn't even imagine going back to, because it's not just going back to drinking. It's going back to your whole way of life. Know what I'm saying?
Okay. When you have a difficult day, what are 3 things that you do to make yourself content/happy?
I would say sometimes I'll take a bath and draw. That's a big one. I'll draw for my like appointments that week or whatever. And I just like love lying in bed and watching TV or a movie and ordering food.
Something for me to bring down my anxiety from a hard situation is that I'll watch a movie I've already watched so that it keeps your mind busy, but you already know, like I don't have to have anxiety about not knowing what's going to happen. Like I already know what's going to happen so that I can just actually relax.
Like, oh no, is she going to die?
Yeah. I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, bath is huge.
Yeah, it's a good one. Let's see. Oh, I almost just read the same one that you just read. Okay. What was your high today and what was your low today? Or you could do this week, high and lows of the week or day.
My low was definitely eating all of my feelings and getting my period really hurt really painfully. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, have you ever had a lot of stress and that makes your period a lot worse, and which makes your mood swings worse, which makes your hunger worse? Like it's like a domino effect, and it's all because you just aren't generally taking care of yourself.
I guess so.
So that's the bad. And the good is I for the first time in a long time on the project that I'm on, I was able to take a step back and really see all the progress finally starting to happen and be proud of the work that I've been doing. So
That's a pretty good.
yeah,
That's a pretty good high.
I don't usually take a minute to like step back and be like, oh, I actually did do all this shit. So
Yeah,
that's
you're always
nice.
go, go, go.
What about you?
I had a bad fight with my fiance.
Mm-hmm.
And
Today
it
or
was,
this
like,
week?
This week.
Okay.
Now today has been a good day. Yeah, so that was pretty shitty. And then my high, I don't know. I'm having a pretty good week. I would say probably that my best friend Sophie just moved back from Scotland, so that was a pretty good high. And slash, I'm also looking forward to leaving the city for a little bit, just going into nature. But Sophie obviously wins for my high.
Yeah, Sophie's clutch. If you could have the ideal support and circumstances for a life change, what would that look like? This is like my wet dream.
Whoa.
Ideal.
Wait, say it again.
If you could have the ideal support and circumstances for a life change, what would that look like?
Oh my God.
Right?
That's a difficult question to even like.
To me, that reads like,
dissect.
what is your ideal self-care if money were no object? That's how I'm reading that. Like,
Okay.
you could have a sober companion if you
better.
wanted.
I mean, if money was no object
Yes.
and just like what would be the ultimate self-care?
Yes.
I would say probably like going on vacation and getting like pampered, meaning like a massage and stuff,
Mhm.
not like pampered like a makeover, just like getting a massage,
Mhm.
and getting a massage. Jacuzzi, hot tub, pool, just like
What about like therapy?
Is-
Would it be anything therapy related to like get your head right in a support way?
I don't know. I'm not good. Like I'm
I
not
know.
good with like deep questions because I'm
Like, I feel like my ideal support would be, I would love to do the hypnotizing for smoking thing. I would love to get that
Oh.
done. I would love
I've been
to
hypnotized before.
Really? For what?
Hmm.
Smoking? Is that why you don't smoke?
No, I don't remember. I don't even remember. Oh, for anxiety.
Did it work? I'm making a face at her.
I got some good tools.
You did?
from it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know if I was completely unconscious. I think I was too. My ex was the one doing it.
Okay.
We're just like buddies
Whoa.
now.
Fuck.
Yeah, but we're just buddies now. But like it was our first time, like we did it over Zoom or whatever. But I think that it was just kind of a weird. I was too anxious.
Yeah, of course.
to do my anxiety
Sure.
hypnotist test thing. But I mean, that would be awesome to like go into a trance and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not spiritual or anything, but I like just like doing things in nature, and I don't know, like being in the rainforest would probably be like my ideal, like camping in the rainforest, but like no bugs.
Mhm,
you
mhm.
know?
Yeah. I think
I don't
if
know.
I'm looking at it from like a maintenance perspective, it
Mhm.
would be like, I would love to get hypnotized. I would love to do like weekly acupuncture. I would love to get
Ooh.
like if I could get my health or not really my health, but like my wellness to be at like peak state, if that's like
Mhm.
IV drips or whatever to just feel my best, I feel like that would really help me mentally. Like if I'm getting enough sleep, my anxiety is a lot lower. If I'm not feeling rushed, my anxiety is a lot lower. Like it's just a lot of little things. I think if I'm going to therapy regularly, then my anxiety is lower. So for me, it's like, I'm not very good at maintaining things. I'm not very good at continuity. I'm very like,
Sure.
I only seek out help when I'm in the immediate need of it. And then I sort of
Yes.
like abandon it because I'm too busy. So I think,
But that's what I was gonna say is also having no time frame, no time restrictions
Right.
or
Yes.
constraints or anything. I think that would probably be like the number one thing too, is like just like come and go and do as you please with no like, because like you said, like that's what gives me anxiety.
but this is a
So
this is a
how can you
tangent, but
relax?
this is a tangent, but I also feel like I have no time because I still have very bad boundaries. So I still say
but you're working on
yes
it.
to too many things. So I'm still overextended, and
Yeah.
then I'm mad. So that would be part of my ongoing support, I guess, too.
What's the most helpful thing you do when you have an urge?
I'm still not very good at that. I'd eat something.
But you are,
It's like
though.
what first came to mind. Like,
But
eat
you
something.
are because you don't.
drink. Yeah, but I still feel like the coping mechanism just moves down the chain.
But like, you don't do it. Like, you could have had that White Claw and you didn't do it. So what keeps you from doing it?
I mean, I think a lot of it's accountability. I'm accountable to you, Jess. I'm accountable to the Seltzer Squad. I'm accountable to my husband. I'm accountable to myself. I definitely think that the public eye accountability of all of you guys knowing I'm a sober person would be something that I would not want to ruin. And then alternatively, like, I just know that that's not going to solve any of my problems. I just know that now. Like, if I were to start drinking, I just know that that's not going to fucking make me happy or solve my problems or take away my anxiety. Like, it's just not going to work.
It's a temporary Band-Aid.
Either is the food. Like, the food feels good. I get the same relief, but I know that that's not the answer either.
Yeah, it's funny because the accountability aspect was going to be the same thing too. It's like, I could do this, but then I'm like, I have no integrity.
Because I would argue that this podcast has led to everything good that I have in my life right now. So that's not something I'm willing to give up.
I think because if we didn't, who knows if we'd still be sober.
Because by having this podcast, it means that we have to be ourselves. Like, we have to be quote unquote authentic. So like, because we're publicly talking about this stuff, like, I used to carry so much shame about being sober, and now I have to talk about it with you every week. And so I don't, now the shame has sort of dissipated, but it's helped me speak out in a lot of other areas because I don't really feel like I have that much to hide anymore. Yeah.
When we first started it, you were so much more protected, like about your sobriety. So you've done like a full 180. It's pretty fun to see. Like, you were thinking about doing like hosting a sober retreat. Like, you would never have thought about doing that before we started this podcast. Like, I don't think.
Yeah, I had a girlfriend actually from that I went to college with. She reached out to me. We've been texting, and she's a big reason why I stopped drinking in the first place, because I remember her saying she had stopped drinking, and I remember that being inconceivable to me. And she said something that I'll never forget about how she said, when I'm out and I'm with clients, I would never want them to see me 3 drinks in. So therefore I've just stopped because I don't want to be a mess. And that's always stuck with me. And I think even given me more shame, because I know drinking. I mean, I even said it as one of these questions that I just had so much shame around coworkers that, I don't know.
Yeah. And it's interesting. It's like, why do we hold strangers in like a higher regard than our own friends? It's like, if I don't want a stranger seeing me like that, why would I want my friends or family to see me like that?
Our friends condoned it though. And our friends love us. It's different.
Yeah. But also, we're not friends with a lot of those people anymore.
True.
Because
That's true, yeah.
Of a whole other reason. Do you want to do 1 or 2 more?
Yes. What are 3 signs of resilience you see in yourself? You're much more resilient than you used to be.
You think?
Def.
I don't know. I think that I definitely have like a stronger willpower now. I don't know.
But even like when something has happened that's bad, like even when Dharma died, like you were, I mean, that normally would have set off like a fucking bender. You know what I mean? It would have taken a lot longer for you to bounce back from that, because I feel like you would have created a lot more drama in that spiral versus like letting yourself feel your feelings.
Yeah. When my cat died like years ago, I went on a bender, and like, I remember like waking up, going to this bar and having like martinis, and then I was texting with like this guy because I wanted a tattoo for the cat, and he's like, if you want to come here like in an hour, I had a cancellation. And I like went there wasted, and like I was crying while getting the like just like white girl wasted, you know what I mean? Just like bad.
Just being annoying.
And then just like drinking away. So you're right. So like now, I guess just like now having the practice of feeling the feelings, I'm better at knowing how to deal with those situations, but I wouldn't know how to do that if it weren't for therapy and NAMS. So I think a lot of credit goes to going to therapy.
I think also that what I've noticed in you is that like, while I'm a flight, you're a fight, and we both burn red hot really fast, but I run and you fight or want to fight. And I've noticed that both of us, I still flee, I think probably more often than I should, but you are much better at de-escalating yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Like before you would like engage, and now you're able to stop. And
yeah, you're right. I appreciate the validation of you noticing that.
Like, especially with our troll. Remember our troll when you de-escalated our in real life troll?
One? Oh.
That was like, I was like, whoa, she's on X
our
Games
IRL
mode
troll,
for sure. Because you were like a grown up.
Yeah,
You
I was
were
like,
the
hey,
most
if you
grown
got
up.
something that you'd like to say.
Well, no, you were
Yeah.
super honest. You said you hurt my feelings. I don't think that's very nice. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You just totally, instead, before I feel like, you know,
Yeah, I would have just like been a bitch back or I used to be more passive aggressive.
yes, definitely. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Jess used to fight on the internet, and like there'd be 75 side text chats going on about Jess's fight on the internet, and like so many popcorn emojis, just tea emojis and popcorn emojis going back and forth. And now you're just like mad chill about it.
Yeah, I like don't do Facebook as much as I used to just because things like piss me off on it.
But even if
But
something
yeah, no, I'm
happens,
definitely
you'll get
better at that.
mad, but you'll like let yourself come down from it.
Just like last night or the night before, we got like a piece of hate mail,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to reply, and I wanted to reply like passive aggressively, just like a thumbs up emoji. Like, really, bitch, you just took the like 20 minutes out of your life to send this to us.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't do. And Cameron's like, just like, don't do anything.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, you're right.
that's
And
resilient.
she's like, wait a day, and then like a day passed. I'm like, oh, I don't care. It's fine. Like, who cares?
Exactly.
You know
And
what I mean?
I'm so sensitive, I can't even see it. I run away before it even happens.
It is what it is. Maybe we'll read it if we do a hate mail episode. But yeah, it's like I'm trying to be better at like not taking things so personally and trying to get so defensive. My defenses are constantly up. Like they're up, up, up. So I'm trying to, but it's just it's me. I can't help it. It's like my own baggage.
I'm proud of you. You've made just a lot of strides for sure.
And like you're resilient, and like your resilience has shown in other ways because like you're just like so much like prouder and stronger and like
yeah, while you've gotten quieter, I've gotten louder.
Yeah, you've like found your voice.
Yeah,
so.
definitely. Okay, one more.
Okay,
it's your turn, I think.
Oh, okay. I closed my phone, so let's see.
Wait, I can pull another one.
Let's see. This one's an easy one. Yeah, by this time next year, I will be fill in the blank.
Still in college. For the foreseeable future.
Or AKA 1 year closer to being a therapist.
True. I'll be I'll be in practice therapizing at that point,
amazing.
I think, in a year from now.
That's exciting. Yeah. You'll be being at your house. You'll be, more
I don't know, wearing a mask. Work. Who knows? No.
Hopefully.
It's weird to think about a year out from now because of where we're at, I guess.
This is true.
Where I would like to be in a year is with much less stuff on my plate, but more focused in the areas that I want to be focused. I think, I said at the beginning of this year that our New Year's resolution was no more projects. And so we've been very painfully wrapping up the projects that we started. And it's been, for me, it's really hard to finish things, which is something that, TJ and I have talked about, is that I'm really good at what the worst case scenario is going to be in everything, but I'm never what the best case scenario could be in any of these situations. So I think I almost cut my nose off to spite my face because I don't allow myself to get to the finish line to even be successful at something.
I see.
Which is, I've noticed like a lot of self-sabotage. So I think by us finishing a project so that we can reap the benefits of all of the work that we've put in
and enjoy it. Yeah.
So actually for 2021, I want to have a lot less on my plate, but be much more intentional. I want to focus on the squad more. I want to focus on school more. I want to focus on my personal relationships more and myself. Yeah. What about you?
I like that. In a year? I don't know. I feel like...
Will you be in your apartment?
Yeah. I feel like I'll still be here, but I want to be on the way to like buying a house. I feel like, and also we should be planning the wedding by next year, hopefully. But I feel like work-wise, I'm content. So I'm happy that that's, in its place. I feel like I'm at where I want to be.
Yeah.
But I want to do more with the squad, like I've mentioned.
Yeah.
And that secret project that we potentially have going on, I'd like to be,
present.
Dealing with that, just being more proactive, like in the sober community, and maybe like we'll be hosting meetings or meetups or something like that. Who knows? Again, like what the world itself will look like in a year. But as far as like on a personal level, I'd like to be buying a house and getting married.
I love those.
These were good questions.
Good idea.
I like this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it too.
Thanks for listening, squad. If you have any questions, you can always send them to us at seltzersquadpod@gmail.com, or you can send them to us send them to us in email though, so that we don't miss it.
Yeah, because then we can we can flag it into the appropriate folder so that we can
Yes.
read it on air. Same thing goes with hot mess stories.
Yes.
You have
More
hot mess
hot
stories.
mess.
We want more hot mess stories because those stories are a crowd pleaser.
Yes.
And we don't have to say your name.
Yeah, we won't say
You
your
can
name.
put a fake name. We won't tell your name, but like we want to hear your embarrassing stories,
We have
please.
so many shit stories. I need more.
Yeah. And oh my God, real quick, I'll leave you with this. I was cleaning the sheets and it was I took the mattress cover over and off. I mean, sorry. And it was the first time Cameron saw my mattress.
Oh, wow.
It's covered in like yellow
Oh my God, I
stain.
bought a cleaner. I'll bring it over and we can clean it and you'll be all
Well,
fresh and
she
new.
said no. She's like, she goes, I love you way too much to allow you to sleep on this bed. You no longer piss the bed. We're buying a new mattress
Oh
for
my God, I
Christmas.
love
I'm like,
that.
okay. So that's like hot mess adjacent
Oh, on that
after
note,
the aftermath
I
of
love
hot
that.
mess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on that note, till we meet again,
Be nice to yourself.
and don't forget,
Hangovers
suck.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast. Every review helps other listeners find us. Music by Dead Go West. Art by Kate Sander. For show notes and resources, check out seltzersquad.com.